Why would I do that? I spend a lot on Rightmove, Zoopla, on all of them. They're all.
Yeah.
Why would I turn to Sprift though? Right, I've got that information in the back end.
So,
hi guys, Chris Buckley here from Estate Agent today, and I'm fortunate enough to be joined by Matt from Sprift, who's going to give us some pretty cool advice on what to do to get the properties across the line before the rapidly approaching stamp duty deadline. Now, before I do, Matt, you run a company called Sprift. What is it?
So Sprift specialises in property-specific data. There's lots of property data companies out there, but when you want to know information about a house, either you're researching it as a property professional, or you want to inform your vendor or buyer, and you want to write information about that house, then you come to Sprift.
Okay, cool. Why would I do that? I spend a lot on Rightmove, Zoopla, on all of them. They're all.
Yeah.
Why would I turn to Sprift though? Right, I've got that information in the back end.
So, firstly, Sprift is whole of market, and also we have data on every single property in the UK on there. So 28 million plus. Obviously, when you're looking at data on the portals, it's sales data. It's nowhere near as comprehensive as the information we carry. It doesn't need to be. And it's got lots of information about the properties that are currently for sale, primarily photos and floor plans. It will have the comps, but outside of that, if you're going to value a property that's never been on the market, then the information, there isn't any information on the portal. The information we carry is still very comprehensive.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for clearing that up. So. Stamp duty deadline.
Yes.
You've got conveyancers going, estate agents are doing my hedging. You've got lenders not picking up. What can we do as agents to help?
So I think that there's this eternal problem battle between estate agents and conveyancers. I think there's not enough practical information out there. Certainly practical information about what can be done now in this quite unique climate we've got. And we're fortunate that we're an estate agency facing platform, but we've got a real emerging market of conveyancers who, they want early access to upfront information so that they can make a better start on their cases. And within that, so we're fortunate we get to talk to estate agents, we get to talk to conveyancers. What conveyancers are saying, and I think this is because this is a estate agent facing video, the practical points from the conveyancers is bear in mind that they are very unlikely to ever go around the property. The estate agent's obviously been around there, the vendor lives there, buyer's viewed it X amount of times. The conveyancer is unlikely to. So whilst you can just hand over a memorandum of sale, and I know you're already busy and maybe you might find time to send the EPC as well. If you can, send them a copy of the brochure, give them an exact street view. That's one of the first things they say they do once they open a file is go on Street View and try and find the house and get an understanding of the neighbourhood. Photos, floor plans, and not just the ones that you use for marketing, all the photos, because they tell me they very often get quizzed by the buyer about certain things about the property, and if they've got access to the photos of floor plans, that really helps. Planning information, the estate agent is largely going to be made aware of that by the vendor or from sites such as ourselves. So can they share that with the conveyancer earlier as well, so they can make a better start and not have to wait for the searches to come in and before they can raise inquiries, and then they can know things that they need to be. What are almost like the red flags here about this property? I need to understand. So estate agents will have a good idea about that. So pass that information over to a better handover to the conveyancer, especially at this time to get paid early on your pipeline.
Okay, so I can do all those things. I'm guessing if I don't have the time, I can use Sprift to do that, right?
You can indeed, yes.
Perfect. Don't sell us Sprift. We talked offline about pre-contract ready.
Yes.
What's your view on, do you think we'll get there in the next 5-10 years? Do you think it'll be sooner? And what's your take on that?
So I think it'll be sooner than that. I think certainly within the next 3 years, the vast majority will be doing it. At the moment, the minority are, but they're already being able to prove reduce transaction times. And as soon as they've got metrics to really start pushing that out into their local markets, then everybody's going to have to jump onto that, because vendors are going to be expecting that. And if you're out on a valuation, it's part of your pitch and the valuation, then you don't want to be up against somebody. I would suggest that is using that as part of their marketing pitch.
Perfect. Time is up. Matt, thank you so much for joining us. For everyone at Estate Agent today, I really appreciate those tips. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Thank you, Chris. Thanks.
Cheers. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.